Hello, I'm Becky Safe. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at recording from the session view into the arrangement. Firstly, I'm going to show you just how to straight record from the session view to the arrangement. Then we'll look at recording automation into the arrangement. And then we will take a look at grouping your tracks together and recording audio stems so that you can take them and mix them together either yourself in the arrangement or send them off to a mixing engineer to do that for you. So the timestamps to this video are below in the description. Skip to your favorite section. If you know how to record into the arrangement from the session view, you can skip that section and go straight on to the other ones. All right, so I'm here in the session view with some tracks ready to record into the arrangement. To quickly skip back and forth to the arrangement, instead of pressing the buttons up here, you can just press tab on your keyboard and you can toggle back and forth from the session view to the arrangement. Now, to record into the arrangement, you just hit the record button here, and you could do it one of two ways. So you could hit record and then you're counting on your metronome. If it's set to 2 bars, it's going to count for 2 bars, and then you can start to play your clips. So I'll just quickly show you that. And now it's recording. It's playing because I actually pressed that earlier. But yeah, now it's recording. And you can see there that our tracks are recording into the arrangement. They're recording as MIDI because that's what they're set up as in the session view. Now, the other and the preferred way that I like to record into the arrangement is to set my metronome to count in none and then hold down on Shift and press the arrangement record button. And you'll see that nothing's actually happening. And that's because it's now ready to record, but only when you hit play on either a scene or a clip. So as soon as I press play on anything in here, it's going to start recording. And that's my preferred way because it's always going to start at bar 1. Now, if you're doing a live performance and you want to record some vocals or guitar or piano or anything else into the arrangement whilst you have your other clips playing, then you need to record arm the track. So I have a vocal track here, and before I hit record arm, which is down here, because that means I'm going to get 2 sets of voices coming through, one from here and one from there. But this is the record arm here. If you want to record multiple tracks, you will need to go to the preferences and to the record warp launch tab, and where it says exclusive, just disable arm so that you can now select multiple tracks to record. So I'm not holding down on anything here, and I'm able to select as many tracks as I want to record into Ableton during this live performance. I'm going to disable this vocal so that I can enable this vocal, and we're going to do some recording. Hello. Captivated by you, don't know what I'd do if I knew. Captivated by you, don't know what I'd do if I knew. All right, yeah, singing, woohoo, good. Here we have the tracks in the arrangement, and you can see here that most of them are MIDI, and we have the vocal track in there as well. And now you can start to edit them. Because these are MIDI, you can double click and you can still edit the MIDI information in here. Let's toggle back to the session view and we'll come on to the pads. And now let's just quickly map this to a controller, because you can record and map automation at the same time from the session view into the arrangement by using a controller. So I'm going to map this APC 40, this knob here in particular, to the filter cutoff, the frequency of this EQ8. In order to do that, you need to open the MIDI map, so Control or Command and M, and that opens the MIDI map. The MIDI map is actually here on the drop-down triangle. And now if we click on the frequency of the EQ8, tiny little lines have gone on the outside of that frequency. And now all I need to do is touch one of the controls on my controller, and it's now mapped to the EQ8. Come out of the MIDI map either by pressing in the top right corner here where it says MIDI, or Control or Command and M. And now this is mapped to the EQ8, which is lovely because now we can do our filter cutoff whilst we're recording into the arrangement. Delete the other stuff and let's record again. So shift and click on the record and let's play our scene. And we've stopped recording, back into the arrangement view and just disable the session view. And now you can see here are your tracks. If you hit A, you can see that we have the automation drawn in. And so that's how you can perform and record in your automation directly from the session view into the arrangement view instead of having to do it afterwards where you're clicking and you're dragging everything in here. So really handy. Cool. Good job. Yay. If you want to learn more about MIDI mapping, I do have a comprehensive complete breakdown of mapping to controllers in my complete Ableton Live 11 course. It's over 140 videos. It's available now, link below in the description. And if you go to my website, you'll get a discount. Go to the website first and you'll get a discount. Woohoo! Finally, I want to show you how you can do remix stems from the session view into the arrangement, either so that you can remix your own audio or so that you can send your stems to somebody to do the mix for you. All right, so back into the session view, I'm just going to delete all the tracks that don't have any information on them so that you can just see what we're working with. All right, so we've got drums, percs, bass, pads and strings, and the percussion has 2 tracks within the group, so we can collapse that group. And now I want to send these 4 tracks to their own audio stem, so grouping everything together, especially this percussion group. So if you've got lots of groups in your session view, you can just record the main group channel into your stem, and then you can use that for mixing. So I'm going to create another 4 audio tracks. So Control or Command and T 4 times. And now we have 4 audio tracks. Let's just move that to the right. So now we have our 4 audio tracks. Let's rename them. So Control or Command and R. Drums. Percs. Bass. And pads. Strings. Cool. All right. So the next thing, strings. So the next thing you want to do is go to your I/O. So this is your inputs and your outputs. And you can see here that we have our channels and they're going to audio out direct to the master, all of them. And the master channel is here. This is what your listener is listening to when all of the tracks are collapsed together. So we don't want to do that. We want to create stems within the project, within the arrangement. So we're going to go with the drums first. We're going to send the drums to drums. We're going to send the percs to the percs. We're going to send the bass to the bass. And we're going to send pads and strings to pads and strings. Cool. And then the next thing you want to do is just record arm all the tracks. And you can see here that my voice is coming through. That's because the audio from the configure is set up. So just disable that. No input on all of them. So now there's no input coming from my audio interface. It's just going to be audio coming through from these tracks. We can test that. And you can see there that the lines are coming up. So we do have information coming in. Finally, in order to monitor it so you can hear what's going on, just click on in on all of the tracks and then you'll be able to hear everything that's coming through. And now we're ready to record our stems and everything is going to be sent to its relevant stem group. So in the percussion group here, both the breaks and the hats are going to go to this one percussion group. So it's been summed together. So let's close that. We're going to hold down on Shift and press record. Nothing's recording just yet. And now we can hit play on our scenes or on our clips. all the tracks are record armed, and now they're going to record into the session view. Disable the session view, and now you have your tracks. They're in a clear format because you need to press auto on the tracks so that they appear. And now you can mix these tracks together, or you could just export them and send the stems to your mix engineer. All of that is covered in the Ableton Live course. So if you do want to learn more about Ableton, then please feel free to check it out. The discount is on my website. And that is your video on recording from the session view into the arrangement. If you got this far, then please consider hitting subscribe, hitting like, and dropping a comment to help boost the YouTube algorithm, and also so I can just get to know you guys more. So please drop a comment, hit the subscribe, hit the like button, check out all the links below to all of the relevant information that you might want to know about. I'm Becky Safe, and I will see you for another video. Bye!